Struggle all you like. I, Washwong, am your adversary. Prepare yourself. I shall forget that I once thought highly. You've become utterly pitiful.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated. Oh, I see you. All my might. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Now we're back to even. We can do this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Can you handle this?
All my might. The enemy officer has been defeated. All my might. The enemy officer has been defeated. All my might. The enemy officer
Stop it
has
already.
been defeated.
I can't bear this any longer.
Gotcha. Let's go.
Utterly marvelous. You are a warrior of distinction.
Let's end this. The enemy officer
You chose
has
the
been
wrong
defeated.
man to punish.
Looking rough. Time to end this. The enemy officer
This
has
not
been
herald
defeated.
the yellow heavens dawn, the azure skies fall.
We have a clear path. We do not need to shed any more blood. Let us leave here post-haste.
Damn the tin attendants! Curse those conniving eunuchs!
Keep it down. You never know who might be listening.
The tension's so thick you can taste it.
So, you've come. I hear that you've recently been serving Wang Yun. How does Luoyang look through your eyes? Oh, is that how you see it? On the surface, it may seem like a prosperous capital. But that is nothing more than a facade. This city is like a great hollow tree. Its flesh is devoured by insects as it rots from within. One day, I will raze this entire city to the ground. And this very battle marks the beginning of that campaign. I'm sure there's quite a commotion in Luoyang right about now. After Grand General He Jin was slain by the 10 attendants, Yuan Shao and Cao Cao wasted no time in retaliating. Chaos in the court is all but certain, and the eunuchs will no doubt try to flee the capital with His Majesty. I shall seize that moment to make their power mine. And I've called you here to help me do just that. Your strength will be put to good use. You're a warrior for hire. I'll pay you, and you will do exactly as I say. That must be what made you answer my summons in the first place. Come with me. There will never be a dull moment. You'll see. The War Council starts now. And yes, your attendance is required. Listen. I disagree. Hey. Very good.
I am Juha, your steadfast wing.
Move out! Capture Chang Zhang, the leader of the 10 attendants. We cannot allow the very symbol of the Han to be taken by palace eunuchs. You come with me, and be prepared, as there will be no time to dawdle.
Folks up top want you dead. Paid handsomely for a bunch of scum like us to do the deed.
A self-serving eunuch hiring bandits with stolen gold? Pathetic. If he's shelling out, he should at least hire real warriors, eh?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Not much longer, Your Majesty. I, Zhang Zhang, will protect you from those who wish you harm.
The enemy officer
All right,
has
the
been
carriage
defeated.
is gone. Let's go. Close the gates! We are ordered to stop all that attempt to pass through!
Take all my might.
The carriage can no longer move. It appears that there is a crack in the axle.
Too hard. Fix it quickly, before they catch up.
This'll do. Take this.
All my might.
We are now equal. The enemy officer
Right then.
has been defeated.
Let's go pay them back in full. Splendid as ever. Unleash those keen fangs to your heart's content. Plenty of bandits about. Wipe them out if they wish to stand in our way.
Got this. Those guys are veterans. If this keeps up, we're done for. Take this. Hey, there's a village over there. Let's get our dues there instead of risking our lives for nothing.
Start the advance!
They strike the village and avoid us. A pitiful act, but a necessary one to survive.
The enemy officer has
Leave
been
them
defeated.
Always consider the sacrifice that must be made to achieve your goals.
Looking rough. Looking rough.
Join the front. We will provide backup.
Take this.
Looking rough.
Let's go. Bear witness to my power.
Please! No! We won't be able to survive without that! No!
No dragging
No!
your feet. Let's go.
How could you?
Thanks for this.
This'll be our keep. Alright, let's get out of here before we gotta face those guys!
The enemy officer is strong. Has been defeated. Things might get tough.
If Zhang is escaping with his majesty, they should pass through here. Let's go, Diao-chan.
Let's go.
We must save him.
Understood, Father. As your sword, I shall see to it that your problems are solved.
Nice target shown up. Let's smash him and rake in the coin.
The inability to gauge the strength of their opponents shows their ineptitude. Let's make them realize their folly.
Lord Gongzhuo, you know the whereabouts of that deceiver, Zhang?
We are chasing him this very moment. Lend me your strength, her blade included.
Very well. Diao-chan, go and assist him.
As you wish, Father.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this. All my might. Got you. With all my might. Looking rough. Let's go.
Comrades, the time has come to show the results of our training. All my might. Bear witness to my power.
All right, that's it. The real battle has just begun.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Damn it! Our efforts weren't enough.
Take this.
Quicker.
I will break you.
Take this! All my might! The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this! All my might! Concentrate!
I did not expect to see you here. Has Lord Dongzhuo hired you? Let's talk about this later. We must rescue His Majesty.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I cannot fall here.
Rough.
So, you are under Lord Dongzhuo's command. If that is your decision, then there is nothing for me to say.
Some backup. I cannot accept how welcome this is. We go. All my might.
I see you. Rough. With all my might. Looking rough. All my might. Looking rough. Take this! Prepare yourselves. Take this! All my might! Take this! Looking rough. Take this! This can't be. Let's go. Whoa. Take this! I see you. Rough. I'm down. Take this. All my might. Looking rough. Struggling with you. Looking rough. Get prepared. Down. Whoa. Looking rough. Whoa. Whoa. Take this! Gotta be quicker. Take this! Whoa! Concentrate. Take this! Time to act. Take this! Looking rough. There we go. Get prepared. Take this! Believe this.
I have something worth fighting for. Time to lead the way.
Believe this.
Nothing beats this.
Believe this.
Take that.
Can you handle this?
Take this. All my might. Bear witness to my power. Looking rough. Take it.
You're not the first to underestimate me based on my appearance.
The enemy
Lord
officer
Zhang,
has
the
been
repairs to the
defeated.
carriage are complete. It should hold for now.
Well done. Let's go. Get the carriage moving. We must leave this place post haste.
We have removed all who stand in our way. Let us hurry. We cannot let Zhang get away.
Start the advance.
We shall go another way. After all, if I were Zhang, I would set a trap.
On the advance.
Let's go.
What an irksome lot. Close the gates. That should buy us enough time to lose them.
Take this.
Closing the gates to abandon his own. Zhang's decisions are sound, though irritating. Their resistance is futile. Cut them down and force the gates open.
Strike now! Let this cliff become their army's headstone! Zhang has set up an ambush. We cannot afford any delays.
Thanks to Wang Yun's advance, the enemy presence is limited here. It should be easy for my forces to break through.
I thought the enemy went that way. What are we to do? We're outnumbered.
Take this.
Now that was some
The enemy officer has been
A
defeated.
fair wind is blowing. We must take advantage of this momentum.
Zhang has come running right to us, just as Lord Dongzhou imagined. Don't let him get away!
Begin advancing!
Demoralize the enemy with a surprise attack. Then devastate them however you want.
An ambush! Fight fair and square, you cowards! All my might! Damn it! Our efforts weren't enough!
The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this.
That was wondrous. You really are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Prepare yourselves. Take this.
All my might!
Take this.
All my might!
Concentrate.
End this here!
See it. Time to act.
Can't believe this!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
We cannot hold out for much longer.
Take this. Let's go. Take this. Let's go. Turn the tables. Take this.
All my might!
Now. Tables turn. Take that.
Astonishing! You shall lead us
enemy
into a
officer
new era!
has been defeated.
This is tough, no matter how you slice it.
No choice but to retreat!
Let's go.
This is the end for you, Zhang.
Let's go.
Your days were numbered as soon as you became my prey.
The nerve of these Western Leon simpletons! What insolence! Stay back, I say!
Take this.
Go on.
The enemy
Taken
officer
the advantage.
has been defeated.
Good. Very good.
Looking rough. Let's go. Yeah.
To have let that pathetic Changjiang slip away. What an utterly disgusting outcome.
Let's go.
We've taken the advantage. Good. Very good.
I've slain the enemy officer!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this!
Take that! The enemy officer has been defeated.
To think you were an officer, standards have surely fallen.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
You're not the first to underestimate me based on my appearance. You're not the first to underestimate me based on my appearance.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Impossible. I ordered every last one of them killed.
Take this.
All my might.
Bear witness to my power. With all my might.
You are very useful indeed.
Sacred Earth protect us.
All my might.
Take this.
This is it.
Easy.
Curtain draws here.
Take that.
Do not dare touch me with those hands. I am Zhang Zhang, Chief of the 10 Attendants.
The rule of the corrupt attendants is over. From now on, might is law, and we will shape a new order.
Well done, Lord Dongzhuo. You're as masterful as ever. Even under his great shadow, your brilliance has shone through once again. Look at you, just as unfazed as ever. I'd wager my assistance hardly made a difference at all. In any case, I'm in your debt. His Majesty has been delivered from the clutches of Zhang.
I only did what was right. His Majesty embodies the Empire itself. I could never surrender him to those curs.
Zhang must be executed at once. Exploiting the Emperor is a capital offense.
At once, you say? You need to learn your place.
What?
Of course, Zhang will die. But before that, he must receive a punishment befitting his insolence. He was the leader of the 10 Attendants, who corrupted the government from within. The blame for all of the people's suffering lies at his feet. And what better place to mete out justice than the capital itself? He must taste every torment. He must be deprived of all dignity, and the world must witness his suffering.
Lord Dongzhuo, I understand your reasoning, but isn't this taking things a bit too far?
Oh? You think I'm taking it too far? You hated the eunuchs more than anyone.
You're not in Liang province anymore. The people here have no such appetite for cruelty.
It is said that stringing up a single crow keeps the rest of the murder at bay. Only when the people know that crime is met with punishment can order be preserved. Am I wrong?
But no, I'll say no more. I take my leave. Farewell.
Pathetic, spineless old fool. I shall enter Luoyang with His Majesty, and impose the rule of might on the putrescent heart of the Empire. The weak and the dead feed the strongest of the living. Power is proven. Predator eats prey. It's the fairest and most binding of laws. But to enact such a law, I must ravage the existing order and crush all resistance from those who cling to the past.
Dongzhuo, is this law of yours truly fit to tame the chaos of our world? Can a lone beast reign supreme to create an age of peace? If we follow him on this path, we will see what potential his vision holds.
My journey from here is one of treason and defiance. I will not stop any who wish to leave, but only those willing to obey should remain. Oh, still with me, are you? Very well. Under my command, every last bit of your strength will be put to use. Then let us go. We shall be the wind that blows through Luoyang.
I wonder what it's like to just snap your fingers and get whatever you want.
Do you mind?
Looks like Cao Cao's attempt on Dongzhuo's life didn't go as planned.
You there? Oh.
I wonder what it's like to just snap your fingers and get whatever you want.
Hello.
Best to keep your opinions to yourself if you plan on living long.
I wonder what it's like to just snap your fingers and get whatever you want. I wonder what it's like to just...
Best to keep your opinions to yourself, if you plan on living long.
I am grateful to each of you for heeding my call to gather as allies. We will now consolidate our forces and march on Dongzhuo's position in Luoyang.
Dongzhuo has had the Emperor under his control since the rebellion of the Ten Attendants. His Majesty is but a puppet now. To restore the power of the throne, Dongzhuo must be eliminated at once.
Yes, but I've heard that Louis Bu, a mighty general who slays men by the hundreds, has recently joined his ranks. Ding Yuan took him in as his son, but he betrayed him to follow Dongzhuo. I've heard that Lord Cao Cao has witnessed his prowess firsthand.
Indeed, as a warrior, he was unmatched. But Louis Bu is not the only one. They also have other formidable fighters at their disposal.
Nothing good ever comes from a loss of heart. If we fight together as one, we can win the day. I'm sure of it.
Lord Yuan Shao, you are both the head and the heart of our great coalition. You have our deepest trust.
Good. We must first break through Sushui Gate. Everyone, ready your ranks and prepare to march.
Yuan Shao. Such tiresome tactics. But sheep will always be prey, no matter how many flock together.
My lord, even in Suli, there are those who have come to fear your rule enough to side with the coalition forces. It is rumored that you had retainers and members of the Imperial family brutally killed, as well as any who dissented to your decisions. Some even accuse you of defying the will of the heavens, and have begun stirring unrest.
Enough. What has reverence ever done to better the world and its people? Li Zhou, if you cannot obey me, get out of my sight.
But Lord Dongzhuo, just like Cao Cao and Wang Yun, there may be others bold enough to try to take your life again.
The precious blade to which you allude failed to pierce my heart. Instead, it now rests in my grasp.
Right.
Still, yes, now is a good time. Let's hear your thoughts on the matter. As my loyal subject, you need not fear losing your head for giving advice. We're rooting out centuries of corruption. A little blood is a small price to pay. That being said, perhaps the attempt on my life and even the formation of the coalition were born of my own carelessness. I shall heed your words as wise counsel. The coalition and their tactics cannot prevent the inevitable. They will be consumed by our furious strength. The weak shall perish as the strong survive. It's time the rats of the Central Plains learned the rule of might.
I see. So Lord Huaxiong has fallen at Sushui Gate. They've defeated one of our best generals. This momentum will carry them to Hulao Gate, where they'll try to overwhelm us with numbers.
Is that so? They're bolder than I thought. Zhang Liao, Jia Shu, take the field and drive Yuan Shao's rabble away. Numbers mean nothing when their army's a pack of rats. They will be no match for you.
Yes, as you wish.
Accompany them into battle. Those eyes of yours should tip the scales in our favor.
I've heard tales of your valor in the campaign against the Yellow Turbans. It will be an honor to witness your prowess firsthand in battle.
That leaves the defense of Hulao Gate. Louis Bu, the task is yours.
You would waste my skills on guard duty. I have no interest in bloodless battles.
Calm yourself. Your time will come, whether you like it or not.
Very well. If it brings me closer to a true challenge, then I'll play your game for now.
Lord Louis Bu is often likened to the great General Li Guang. Lord Dongzhuo's trust in him is not misplaced. Still, I have to wonder, what is Lord Wang Yun's daughter doing here?
For all her beauty, she's also very capable as an assassin. So, I've decided that it's safer to keep her within arm's reach. Don't let her out of your sight in battle. Good.
Lord Dongzhuo, you need not worry. I would never defy your orders. Not even for my father.
At any rate, that is the plan. Jia Shu will explain our strategy in detail. Now go. Crush that putrid heap of dregs into the ground. Listen.
Right then. This is... Yep.
You there?
Yep.
Got it.
Most kind of you.
Uh-huh.
Victory on the battlefield is worth any cost.
Move out! The Coalition is nothing but a ragtag gang. Once they lose their cornerstone, they will soon flee and scatter. Cao Cao, Sun Jian, and Yuan Sha. Bring them down, and we will be victorious.
Got this! Proud Han loyalists, gather in the center of the battlefield. We will concentrate our forces and break through the enemy defenses.
March forward! Now!
The enemy are purposeful in their movement. It would spell trouble if they mass their troops. We should also send in our forces.
We march at once!
The enemy spearhead is approaching the gates. We should deal with them too.
The weaklings have all flocked together. Treat them to stones and fire arrows.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I am Lord Dongzhuo's slave. I need only to wield my weapon without thought or confusion.
The enemy officer
The
has been
enemies who
defeated.
tried to take the gates have been wiped out. The path for the demon is now clear. Louis Bu, your time has finally come.
About time. You will all bear witness to the power of the greatest warrior, unrivaled under the heavens. It's time to advance.
No choice but to retreat.
Let's go. Behold the strength of a true warrior.
It's Louis Bu! We gotta get out of here! Open it up! Prepare yourselves.
No matter how many pests swarm, I'll crush them all.
I cannot believe one man could do all this. No, not a man. A demon.
He's only one man. I don't care how strong he is. Surround him and send him to hell.
Comrades, the time has come to show the results of our training. crush you all.
Perfect timing. I was looking for an opportunity to test my new tactics.
I've been waiting for this. Gotta be quicker than that.
Gotcha! Let's give it to them!
I can see it all. This is quite the embarrassment. I think I'm gonna have to pull back. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Right then.
The
Let's
enemy
go pay
officer
them back in
has
full.
been defeated.
Advance. We'll finish them in one fell swoop and put an end to the rabble. On the advance.
Let's go.
You are a true warrior.
The enemy
of the
officer
Three Kingdoms
has been defeated.
That's enough, Louis Boo. Kill their leader and finish this, once and for all.
Very well. This won't take long.
Let's go.
It's time to advance.
Curse that Louis. He must be stopped at all costs. Strengthen our defenses and engage him. Forward march!
Louis Boo on the field. Now's our chance. Advance swiftly and strike at Dongzhuo's jugular.
So the Coalition forces have bared their fangs. Send out our reserves and meet the enemy.
We march at once!
The enemy are acting in haste, and their commanders themselves are vulnerable. Let us hunt them. You know what you must do. Take advantage of this and end it.
Out of the way. I'm sick of hunting paltry fodder.
Do you truly think a path will open on the battlefield at your request? I will halt your advance here and now!
Are you kidding me? The enemy officer
You'll go no
has been
further
defeated.
unless you will beat me!
You've got a fight on your hands.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You down.
That an officer? You must be kidding me!
Are you kidding me?
I've slain the enemy officer.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Power alone is insufficient for a comeback.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
This is tough, no matter how you slice it. This appears to be as far as we go.
I am Li Dian, your absolute worst nightmare.
My power alone is insufficient for a comeback. My power alone is insufficient for a comeback.
This appears to be as far as we go. Your aid is truly welcome. I reckon we are all in your debt now.
Officer, are you kidding me?
So this is as far as we go. I'm afraid I must retreat.
Sorry. I'll leave this area to you.
I'm falling back for now. I must leave the rest to you.
Predictable. Fears that resistance is futile.
Cannot hold out for much longer. All my might. We cannot hold out for much longer.
There we go!
All my might.
Take this! Looking rough.
All my might. The enemy officer has been defeated.
This is tough, no matter how you slice it.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Going my way today. Maybe next time.
This is tough, no matter how you slice it. Sorry. I'll leave this area to you.
Cannot hold out for much longer.
Let's go!
No choice but to retreat. With all my might. This territory is ours.
Let's go!
Sorry, but you know me. I'm not going to pull any punches.
I would be honored if I could test my skills against you!
I've been waiting for this. This appears to be as far as we go.
Let's go! This'll do.
I am ready.
With all my might.
Just starting. Okay, that it? That it?
Looking rough. This is as far as we go. I'm afraid I must retreat.
A tremendous display of might and bravery.
Easy. What just happened?
Really? Is that it?
What just happened? No.
Just starting.
All my might.
Just starting. Not done yet.
The enemy officer
I'm still needed.
has been defeated.
That means I must fall back for now.
This'll do.
Easy.
Advance. This is where we finish Dong Zhuo. Now advance. An opening.
Every victory serves to make me that much stronger.
Let's get serious. Now.
chance. Dong Zhuo is right in front of us. Defeat him, and victory will be ours.
All my might!
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
Push on through!
This appears to be as far as we go.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Well, I still can.
Let's go.
We cannot hold out for much longer.
Appears the resistance is futile. So you've come. Sorry, but your help is needed here. An unfortunate turn. And here I thought we had become friends. We put our lives on the line when we meet in battle. That is the respect we heed to those who know.
Take this! I am ready. None can best me! You can't beat me! You can't beat me! You can't beat me! Hold my power!
I see you.
I am ready. I am ready. Take this! I am ready. I am ready. You're mine! Show me what you can do. I can see it all. All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Defeat. This will not be where I die. However.
Get the picture.
Sacred protection.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Must fall back.
Every rebel blade lies broken. Now we take the offensive. On the advance.
I see you're siding with Louis Bu. Unfortunate. I thought that we might be able to walk the same path.
You need to fight at my side. Your guts earn my respect.
Take this.
I claim this area to help support our forces. Let's go. Now.
This is going great.
The enemy officer
and push
has been
on
defeated.
forward.
Gotta be quicker. Got this. Whoa. There we go.
The enemy officer has been defeated. This'll do. Prepare yourselves. Now, disappear! I see you. I've been waiting for this. Got you! With all my might. An opening. All my might. Looking rough. Let's go. Ascension.
Fluidity in your movements. It's mesmerizing.
You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms. All my might. Loose. Bring them down.
Anybody provide me with a decent challenge?
Not even I can stop Louis Boo!
My apologies, but I must fall back. Calm down.
Looking rough.
My steel!
Gotta be quicker.
An opening with all my might.
I'm sorry. I'm going to withdraw.
Gotcha!
Sacred Hurt, protect us. Let's go. The enemy officer has been defeated.
All my might!
Time to act.
Ready yourself!
Fluidity in your movements. It's mesmerizing.
With all my might.
Ready yourself!
Gotta be quicker than that. Whoa. Looking rough.
An opening! With all my might!
Get prepared.
hold out for much longer.
All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Whoa. Let's end this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Whoa. How about
Cannot hold out for much longer.
The retreat would be the best option right now.
No choice but to retreat.
How about this?
An opening! All my might!
Let's go! The enemy officer has been defeated.
You are a swift and deadly warrior.
Let's go.
This appears to be as far as we go.
You thought you could just barge in here and walk away unharmed? You're finished!
This appears to be as far as we go.
I see you.
This appears to be as far as we go.
That was wondrous. You really are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
This has been brutal. I don't know how much more I can take.
You're looking rough.
I cannot fall here.
Now, I've slain the enemy officer!
No choice but to retreat.
Looking rough.
Now!
All my might.
The duty of felling traitors falls to me, Yuan Shao. Here and now, I shall fulfill my duty as leader of the Alliance.
You're their general, are you? Your death is imminent. Prepare yourself.
All my might. Cannot hold out for much longer.
I've been waiting for this. Let's end it. Looking rough. This'll do. Now. Let's go.
Let's end it.
So this is as far as we go. I'm afraid I must retreat.
Gotta be quicker than that. Here's the resistance is futile. This'll do. Let's end it. I have crushed this enemy officer beneath me. Looking rough. Looking rough. Looking rough. Oh, gotta be quicker than that. Start over again. Got you! Let's end it. With all my might.
No choice but to retreat.
Sacred Bird, protect us. Not that.
A tremendous display of might and bravery.
Give up. You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms. Let's go. Time to end this. Impressive and easy.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
We've lost Lord Cao Cao! What should we do?
This can't be.
Now at the mercy of demons.
We've lost Lord Cao Cao! What should we do?
Let's go. Let's go.
I don't believe in overexerting oneself. Good luck out there.
Take this. Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this. Take this.
I am ready. I am ready.
None can best me.
Behold my power!
Take this.
You're mine! Every victory serves to make me that much stronger.
Battle. Let's go. up to you!
Looking rough. Let's go.
Fight till your last breath!
Getting rough. Looking rough.
You are very useful indeed.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I suppose I lasted as long as could be hoped.
Let's go.
Only a few officers left on their side. They had superior numbers, but what a disappointment they have been.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Bested here.
You'll learn.
I won't forget this. I will have my revenge. Ready yourself.
I've been waiting for this.
Got you.
This'll do. I'll go down. Looking rough.
You're finished! I shall not be able to hold out at this rate. As leader, I cannot allow myself to fall!
I do not plan on being devoured here. Someone, come to my aid!
Let's go. Now. With all my might.
Ready yourself! Ready yourself!
I see it. I see it all.
Take this! Ready yourself!
Now! Time to end this!
Impossible.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
What? No. I have failed as leader of this alliance.
The coalition has hereby been defeated. Now no one stands in my way. I will show you what peace achieved through might looks like.
I see. Then I'll give it some thought.
I sincerely hope that you will, Lord Luibu. Thank you for taking the time to hear me out.
Not at all. I was losing patience with that boring banquet anyway.
I'm really glad we got the chance to talk. Please retire early and rest well tonight. Sweet dreams. Eavesdropping, are we? I thought you were aware of my keen senses. I have something to ask you. Do you really believe that this path you've chosen will lead to an age of peace? I see. So, it must be too soon to tell for certain. The path before me is already set. As my father's sword, I know that I have no real will of my own. But even so, I want nothing more than for you to make your own choice without regret. As someone likely born to the same fate as you, that is my one and only wish. That goes for whatever path you choose, even if it does not cross with mine. And with that, I take my leave. Sleep well.
The Coalition forces have collapsed, and their ranks are scattered. Their defeat at Hulao Gate was a devastating blow. Now's our chance to crush them once and for all. I'm giving you an army to command. Show them what it really means to be strong.
All my might. Draws here. The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this. Is that it? Oh. Take that! Take this! Is that it? Looking rough.
Get ready to be brought down!
An opener! Gotta be quicker than that. Is that it? Take that! Looking rough. I see it! Looking rough. This territory. The enemy officer has been defeated. It's looking rough. Take this! Looking rough. Whoa. Take this! Whoa. Let's go. I see you. Bear witness to my power. Taste the strike. Take that. I see you. Take that. Take this. Get it. I see it. All my might.
Now is the time
the
for
enemy
forward
officer
momentum.
Has been
Come,
defeated.
Onward! March forward!
Looking rough. Take that! Looking rough. Looking rough. Get prepared. Take this. Bear witness to my power. Take this. Coming at you. Tails turn. Let's get serious. And open. Take that. Take that. Looking rough.
This is it!
I see you. Looking rough. Take this. Stay sharp.
Can you handle this?
All my might. How could I? The enemy officer has been defeated. Concentrate. Looking rough. Looking rough. Take this. Take that. Looking rough. Looking rough. Whoa.
Take this! Here we go!
Let's go. I've been waiting for this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. Perfect timing. I was looking for an opportunity to test my new tactics.
Take this! Let's try. Take that, Rush. Take that.
Whoa. Looking rough.
Let's give it to them. Take this! Bear witness to my power. Take this!
Let's give it to them!
With all my might.
Take this! This! Let's give it! Turn the tables! Take this! Let's try!
Infested.
Take this!
The enemy officer
I shall return after
been
reviewing
defeated.
my strategy.
Looking rough. Amazing! You are a swift and deadly warrior. Let's go. Ha! We'll be here to support.
This appears to be as far as we go.
Looking rough. All my might.
Situation. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take that!
This territory is ours. Let's go.
Aid is truly welcome. I reckon we are all in your debt now.
Take this. Take that. Whoa. Take that. Looking rough. Is that it? Looking rough. Whoa. Take this. Now. All my might!
If I may, I wish to be by your side.
The enemy officer
Always.
has been defeated. Looking rough. Now. Is that it? Is that it? Looking rough. Whoa. Take that. Is that it? Let's give it to them. Is that it? How about this? Got this. Let's go. Whoa. Take that. Let's give it to them. Looking rough. This! An opening! An opening! That it! Bear witness to my power! Let's give it to them! That it! I've been waiting for this! Now! I'll take this! Concentrate! Take this! That it! I've invested. The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. All my might. Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Whoa.
Can you handle this?
Prepare! This territory. The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go.
challenge you to battle.
Take this!
Prepare yourself!
Looking rough. Looking rough. Whoa. Take that! And open it! Tables turn. Get this here! Take this! Looking rough. That it! All my might!
This territory, the enemy officer match has been defeated.
Must push harder. Let's go. Prepare yourselves. Take this. Bear witness to my passion. Take this. This territory is ours. Let's go. Looking rough. I've been waiting for this.
The enemy's starting to overwhelm us. We have to turn this around somehow.
Let's give it to them!
Looking rough.
How about this?
Looking rough. Looking rough. Take this. Let's try it. Looking rough. And open it. Take this. Looking rough. With all my might. Looking rough. Oh, and open it. I've been waiting for this. The enemy officer has
I
been
shall
defeated.
return after reviewing my strategy.
Let's go. Quicker. Looking rough. With all my might.
Go on. The enemy officer has been defeated.
enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. Let's go.
I have something worth fighting for.
Now!
Can you handle this? Time to move away. This should work. Nothing beats this. Can you time to move away?
Let's give it to them!
Now! Now's the time! With all my might.
Bastard!
The enemy officer
I shall return after
has been
reviewing
defeated.
my strategy.
Let's go!
Let's go! I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself!
Take this! Gotta be quicker than that. Is that it? Take this! Is that it? In this I see it. Take this! Is that it? Is that it? Concentrate. The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this! Is that it? Is that it?
The path we must walk is set. Onward! Everyone! Start the advance!
Calm down. Let's go.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
Looking rough.
There we go.
Looking rough. Take that.
Take this.
Take that.
Get this here.
Looking rough. I see you. Whoa.
Get this here.
Now. Is that it?
There we go.
Take that. Looking rough. Looking rough.
The path we must walk is set. Onward! Everyone! Begin to start the advance!
Gotta be quicker. Looking rough.
There we go!
Looking rough.
Goodness.
The enemy officer has been defeated. It's not over yet. I see you. Looking rough. Oh. Take this. Looking rough. I'm struggling out here. An opening. This is it. Looking rough. An opening! Whoa. Now. Let's go. An opening. Easy. An opening. Take that!
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
An opening. The path we must walk is set. Onward! Everyone! Start the advance!
Right!
All right!
There it is.
Obliteration!
There we go!
Gotta be quicker than that.
Looking rough. Get this here! Looking rough. Gotta be quicker. Get this here! Let's go. Looking rough. And open. Looking rough. Looking rough. Looking rough. I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself. Let's get serious. Let it. And open it. Easy. Now. All my might. Get this here! Got this!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
The path we must walk is set. Now, onward! Everyone!
Looking rough.
Start the advance! Let's go! An opening! Whoa! An opening! Looking rough. Let's go. An opening. Sacred Earth protect us. With all my might. An opening. Nice. Looking rough. Take this. Let's get serious. Looking rough. Looking rough. Time to attack. All my might. Looking rough. An opening! All my might. All my might.
Time to act. Take this! Nice! Got this!
Looking rough. Looking rough.
Turn the tables. Take this!
Looking rough.
Oh my God! Attack! The enemy officer has been defeated.
Looking rough. Looking rough.
All my might!
There we go!
All my might! Prepare yourselves.
Looking rough. Looking rough. Looking rough. Looking rough.
Take this!
We're fighting a losing battle. I'm getting out of here.
And open.
Looking rough.
Let's go. An opening.
Looking rough.
All my might. An opening. All my might. All my might. Take me off.
Can you handle this?
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
get too far ahead. Stop here and see how things shake out. Let's go. Here's the race! Have a golden opportunity here. Charge!
Perfect timing. I was looking for an opportunity to test my new tactics.
Take this! Take this! Take this! Take this! Take this!
Resistance is futile.
Take this! The enemy officer has been defeated.
The momentum is on our side. Excellent opportunity. Get ready to be brought down. There we go. All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
All my might.
I can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this. Looking rough. Looking rough.
Here's us.
Take this. Looking rough. Take this.
Bear witness to my power.
Looking rough.
My apologies, but I must fall back.
Looking rough.
Nice.
Take this.
Now take this. Tables turn, Connor. Take this. Take this. Let's go. All my might. Get prepared. Bring them down. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Damn it! I won't forget this.
Here, let us wait and see what transpires. Let's go.
Good horse.
Crush them! Make the most of this opportunity. Crush them, comrades! Good old fight. Get ready. Bring it. There we go. Take it. Take this. I will bring all my might. All my might. All my might. Take. Breaking!
Show them how outclassed they are. Victory is yours. Take it.
This appears to be as far as we go.
This is tough, no matter how you slice it.
Cannot hold out for much longer.
Take this.
Appears that resistance is futile.
Your aid is truly welcome. I reckon we are all on your dead now.
Just the right time. Quickly, lend us a hand.
Get this here. Take this.
Sorry. I'll leave this area to you.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
No choice but to retreat.
All my might. The enemy officer. Been defeated. Take this! End is here! Struggling out here. Loose!
This is as far as we go. I'm afraid I must retreat. Concentrate. There we go.
Going down.
No choice but to retreat.
Let's go.
No choice but to retreat. So this is as far as we go. I'm afraid I must retreat.
Now, bear witness to my power. All my might.
You failed. I leave the rest up to you.
Now, let's try. There we go. Now, all my might.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Looking rough.
Prepare yourselves. The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
An unprepared charge into enemy ranks will be the end of you.
All my might.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Bear witness to my power. Now. Concentrate. All my might.
Infested.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
What reckless abandon! You will come to regret such idiocy. Raise your lucky stars! We're of different leagues. You will learn just how much better I am.
Looking rough.
All my might.
Raise your lucky. Can't touch me.
Bear witness to my power. Now,
raise your lucky stars.
Well, gotta be quicker than that.
I'm struggling out here.
Raise your lucky star.
I'm falling back. Sorry, I couldn't be of more assistance.
Take this! With all my might!
Looking rough.
See you. Bear witness to my power. Bear witness to my power. With all my might.
Looking rough.
Take this.
Looking rough.
Raise your lucky stars.
Take this. Now, all my might. Take this. Bear witness to my power. Now.
Looking rough.
Raise your lucky star.
We're gonna be quicker than that.
Looking rough.
Is that it? enemy officer has been defeated.
Forced to retreat. How could it have come to this?
On the advance.
Let us have a fair fight, as a courtesy among fellow warriors. Take this! Is that it? This territory. I'm making my way up!
Stop here. And do not complain. Trample them.
Okay. This area belongs to us now.
The waiting is over. Let us rush in already.
We'll be here to support.
I am glad to have met you here. Though I wish we hadn't met as enemies.
Unfortunate turn. And here I thought we had become friends.
Got this. Let's get serious. Take this. Take this.
All my might.
Take this.
Fighting those we know is never easy. You make for a formidable opponent.
I am to fight you there. A difficult affair, to be sure.
This is how you attack.
Stand here. Ready yourselves.
This area belongs to us now!
Everyone is driven like never before. There are none who can stop us now.
Halt! We must assess the situation. This is our chance. Break the enemy formation with an ambush!
This is how you do
With all my might!
A surprise attack! I should have seen it coming!
Anybody provide me with a decent challenge?
I can't fight no longer.
The enemy officer
I must escape while my
has been
body still
defeated.
allows it.
Every victory serves to make me that much stronger!
It will be my pleasure to face you in glorious battle.
You're finished!
Best I fall back and get my
The
head
enemy
straight.
officer has been defeated. The enemy officer
It
has been
cannot
defeated.
end here. I must pull back.
Bring them down. Let's go. enemy officer has been defeated.
I have but one life. I may withdraw now, but I shall return. We don't stand a chance in the state we're in. And we can't expect any help from Yuan Shu either. It will be difficult to hold the line much longer. We have to pull back.
Sun Jian and Yuan Shu. My, what an absolutely miserable alliance that must be.
Yes. At Sishui Gate, they even squabbled over provisions.
Lord Sun Jian, the famed patriarch of a clan of warriors, and Lord Yuan Shu, a fourth-generation aristocrat from the prestigious Yuan clan. Their shared hunger for glory has them tripping over each other at every turn. This is wonderful for us, of course. Even the largest armies are easily shattered when they are in such disarray.
Nonsense. Weaklings are weak, no matter how many there are. Oh, so you see things as I do.
That said, not all in the ranks of Sun Jian and Yuan Shu are so feckless. And to think that we've bested them so handily.
So, we are a force without rival, or so it would seem. Now then, the question is, what does Lord Dongzhuo make of this?
There you are. Come to think of it, you had your start fighting alongside Liu Bei during that blasted Zheng Zhao's rebellion. I suspected that you might still be enthralled by his childish delusions, but it seems I have underestimated the strength of your will. Liu Bei's view of the world is one that I cannot abide. Rendering aid to the weak is itself an admirable pursuit. One might even call it noble. But true generosity can only come from those with power. Mercy without strength is the mother of helpless souls. The place of my birth is a brutal wasteland. In that world, strength defines reality and one's place within it. And the powerless are left without refuge. They are hunted down and devoured as prey. Still, the chance to rise is equally afforded to all. They need only the will to claim it in battle. They are devoured to sustain those who will. Those who lack even the resolve to survive are so beyond salvation that neither Liu Bei nor the divine itself could save them. If that is unacceptable, the only choice is to fight. Only battle can turn a flock of sheep into a pack of wolves. All that separates the strong and the weak is the will to live. Be they children, the sick, or those withered with age, neither the peasants nor the emperor are exempt. All that I do is done without contempt. I oppress, brutalize, and exploit because I believe in their resolve. That being said, Wang Yun's prattling was not without truth. This is Luoyang, and not Liang. The people of the Heartland cannot comprehend the ways of the West. I'll always be a tyrant in their eyes. In spite of that, can you still follow me? If you mean to abandon me, now is the time. Your eyes see the truth that many cannot. They are far more valuable than even their beauty suggests. Join me for a drink today. I just received something special from Liang this morning. I'm sure it will be to your liking.
There you are. I have someone here who wishes to meet with you.
So we meet again, Zuluan. When I saw you on the battlefield at Luoyang, I almost didn't believe it. But here you are, and your dawn-lit eyes see the makings of a hero in Dongzhuo. That I cannot do. Zuluan, I must speak with you tonight. In hindsight, I should have seized this opportunity far sooner. Dongzhuo advocates and aims to impose the rule of might. The weak are slaughtered to feed the strong. The mighty flourish until they're consumed by one of greater power. It's elegantly clear, And even the feeble can rise up the ranks if they find a way to prove their worth. In a sense, Dong Zhuo's philosophy is not so far removed from my own. However, there is also one critical truth that he has failed to consider. Man is bound by constraints which transcend nature, namely, the law. Although I'm sure Dong Zhuo views the will of the strong as the superior authority. But who holds power to account when it betrays order? Must we simply wait for the silent judgment of the heavens? Can you? So you see yourself as an agent of the divine. But that sash and your skill in battle, perhaps they make a better case than your words. If you ever begin to find Dong Zhuo unworthy, you're always welcome in my ranks. I hold you in the highest regard. You will not be disappointed. Farewell, Zuluan.
The last of the coalition has been eliminated. There are none left to oppose Lord Dong Zhuo. But even so, we likely won't see peace in Luoyang for a while yet. Well, great change always comes with a little chaos as the dust settles. For every miserable soul who can adapt, there's another who rejoices at a world reshaped in his favor. Lord Dong Zhuo is determined to build a little Liang right here in the heart of Luoyang. I'm sure it will grow to eventually consume the rest of the realm. As someone from Liang myself, it doesn't sound bad at all. And are you not also pleased? This is peace of a sort. Wouldn't you agree? The rest is up to you, guardians of peace, and how well you can uphold the rule of Lord Dong Zhuo. I am our leader's trusted advisor. It's only natural for me to know who you really are. Well, the council is about to begin. Shall we go?
That concludes my report on the enemy's formation. Their force seems quite formidable for its size.
I see. This shouldn't take long to deal with. Zhongliao, put them down like dogs.
Yes, I shall depart at once.
Now, I'm still waiting on those court appointments. The official I had executed has yet to be replaced, Li Zhu.
Yes! Recruitment is well underway.
I thought it was the Emperor giving orders here for a moment.
Oh?
Forget it. I spoke out of turn. I'm going out for a long ride. Finish the rest of the council without me.
Lord Luibu.
Don't bother bringing him back. Diao Chan, do what you must to soothe his spirits.
Yes, as you command.
So, our days have become a wine that tastes of nothing in his mind as well.
I hear Diao-chan is going to dance at the next banquet. That'll be a night to remember.
With all they've been through fighting off the Qiang, the people of Liang have